Look, I am someone who actually likes Chromebooks because of their simplicity. And since we are living in the web nowadays, we can literally do a lot of things via just a browser alone. Chromebooks run on Chrome OS, which pretty much is just an operating system that focuses around the Chrome browser. What we can do with it though is the main highlight here. Now, we are only using what I can describe as an entry-level Chromebook by ASUS, the CR1100. It's a few years old right now actually, and it looks absolutely battered because it was a demo unit that was used in drop tests and such. And it is also using a rather dated Intel Celeron N4500 chip, and it only has 8 gigs of LPDDR4X RAM. Even with old specs, it can still run Chrome OS rather smoothly today. Yes, it's a little bit sluggish and I wish it had better specs, but if I were to install Windows on this laptop right now, I doubt it will ever run. But what can we do with Chrome OS? Well, for me, I did my research and script for this video in particular on this Chromebook. I used two tools, Millernote to lay out all of the points to have a bird's eye view of all of the points before figuring out how I can connect them into a video, and also Google Keep where I actually type out the script. I know it's a weird choice to use Google Keep instead of something like, let's just say, Google Docs, but I just like the simplicity of Google Keep. It also connects to the cloud and constantly saves and syncs to my Google account. I can even start typing when it is disconnected from the internet, and it will just sync when I am connected to the internet later. Now, what about photo editing then? Well, even though I don't prefer to do it on this laptop in particular because the screen quality and color accuracy is just not really suited for color work. But I can still use something like Photopea. It's basically an online version of Photoshop, and it can do simple things like image touch-up and also image resizing, all of those stuff. And Photopea is free as well, and it runs on the web. Of course, I can also access things like Spotify and also YouTube Music since they are both available as apps to be downloaded. So if I use the apps, then I can download music for offline listening. Or we can just use the web version and stream everything via the internet. Both options are fine, but it just kind of depends on how you want to use those apps. And since this Chromebook does have a stylus, we can install apps and start doodling on it too. I'm not particularly good at drawing and I don't really know what apps to use, so I just use the Sketchbook app and do some simple doodling. It works, and I think it's actually very functional too. Oh, Chromebooks do have access to the Google Play Store too. That means we can access over 1 million apps on this laptop alone, but the compatibility of those apps might be a little bit iffy since it is emulating an Android phone form factor or a tablet. We can turn it to resizable, but that doesn't work for all apps. We can also install games as well, but don't expect them to run those demanding games on this laptop though. Some Chromebooks like this one is running on an x86 processor, for example the Intel Celeron N4500, and it had to emulate ARM architecture before actually running those apps on top of the emulation. That emulation alone will take up a lot of processing power, and there's quite a lot of loss in terms of performance. We can even run things like Plex or Netflix on this Chromebook and watch movies through those apps or just run them on the web version. Now, Netflix had an update some time ago, and we can now watch 1080p shows and movies through Google Chrome browser. That is actually amazing because previously it was only 720p. Also, Google Drive is integrated into the file manager, so I think that makes sense as well. Since everything is on the cloud, then this laptop kind of works like an edge computing machine. Yeah. And of course, all of the Office suite apps are also in the cloud as well. Google Sheets, Google Docs, and also Google Slides, among many other Google apps. We could also use Linux apps since we can install a subsystem within Chrome OS, but that is something that we won't talk about in today's video because that's another complicated topic on its own. I thoroughly do enjoy my time using Chrome OS. While it cannot do many things that a Windows or Mac laptop can do, I think there are either web-based alternatives to those apps like Photopea versus Photoshop, or I just don't need to do those things on the go. Like for me, I don't edit videos while I'm out as I prefer to do it on my big 40-inch ultra-wide screen. But at the end of the day, it is difficult for me to recommend Chromebooks to everyone. You have to know your own use case and if it suits your needs. Then, if it suits you, go for it. The battery life on Chromebooks is so much better than the same laptop running on Windows, because it's just that low powered of an operating system that even low powered laptops can run it and also have a much longer battery life. And so that's all that we have to share with you today. It is more like a crash course to Chrome OS, I think, and I hope this video is informative to you if you're considering to get a Chromebook. If you like this video, then do let me know down in the comment section below, and also hit that like and subscribe button, and also share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I think Chrome OS is just more like an unsung hero in most cases. Yeah, its simplicity is what I like the most.